Good morning, students. So, this is an online session for the subject of industrial safety. The industrial safety is a subject which is normally coming in the semester number 3 for the branch of civil engineering as well as for the mechanical engineering. So, this is the subject that is required to be studied in the semester 3 for the course of masters. So, basically, this will be our online session where we will be conducting this online session of the industrial safety. Now, first of all, we will have an introduction about what is industrial safety. Basically, the industrial safety will mainly contain all those topics that are required for the industry. All the points that is required to be taken into the account by the industrial safety manager, that is required to be incorporated in their policy so that there will be no hazards or accidents in the industry. And as a result, if the accident will not also occur, then as a result the worker will also remain safe and all the production will be in an efficient way. So in order to carry out for that purpose only, we will be studying this subject. Okay. Now, the contents that we will be discussing in our session will be in synchronization with the GTU syllabus. Okay. So basically, all the contents that we are having will be studied in this session. Okay. Now, each and every topics are in synchronization only. So whatever the syllabus is there in the GTU, that will be discussing in our online session. Okay. So we will now proceed towards the our online session. So this is our first session, and we will move for the next slide. Okay. So basically, in our first session of this industrial safety subject, the uh, contents that we are going to discuss in this session will be common causes of the workplace accident. Means what are the general reasons that can cause the accident at the workplace. Next is types of accidents. What are the types of accidents that are mainly used to occur? And third is the safety measures that is required to be taken into the account for the prevention of the accidents. So these are the three topics that we will be going to discuss in our today's session. So moving towards the first. Okay. Basically, there are 8 common causes for the workplace accidents. So what are they? We will be discussing in our next slide. Now, first is lifting. Okay. Many employees are prone to sprain or strain or tear a muscle by the virtue of lifting an object that is too heavy for them to lift on their own. Keeping in mind that there is no harm in asking for the help with the object that are difficult to lift. So basically, while lifting, workers don't used to uh, think that what are they able to lift or not. If they are not able to lift, then somehow they are trying to lift, and as a result of that, the thing that is happening will be only the accident. Okay. So it is necessary to know that whether the strain that is going to come by lifting that object is resistible by the person or not. And if it is not heavy, then he can go for lifting of that particular object. But if the strain that is exceeding the limit of the strain that a person can handle, then it is his duty to ask another person to help him in lifting that equipment. So this is the first point that is required to be taken into account for reducing the accident. Next is fatigue. Failing to take a break is another common causes of the accidents. In order to recover from the grueling manual labor, it is essential that employee take adequate breaks. Not doing so can lead to a slew physical issues including the atrophy and the general exhaustion. The result of the either of these can be far more devastating than taking a 10 minutes breather. So particularly from this slide, the one thing is required to be taken into account that it is necessary to take a break. A worker should mainly take the break at the at the after working for 1 hour. It is necessary that they should take a break of 10 minutes. If they will not take the break, then the work there will be an overburden of the work on them, and because of this overburden, there might be a issue can take place. For example, physical issue or another general exhaustion. So it is necessary to take 10 minutes break to have a breath and to do the next exercise in a fresh manner. Dehydration. Not staying hydrated can also bring about disastrous consequences. On exceptionally hot summer days, failing to drink adequate amount of water can cause heat stroke or a cardiac condition. This can be avoided by simply drinking at least 8 glasses of water per day. Management should stress the importance of the proper hydration and rest. As a result, it will maximize the effort of the person. So basically from this slide, the one thing that is required is that the worker or the personnel that is working in the industry should never be dehydrated. They should regularly drink water and their body should be always hydrated. Not staying hydrated can cause the disastrous consequences. An accident can be caused. So it is necessary to drink the water daily. And the management should also give importance to of drinking water. Okay, so basically the management should also ask the should give information, should have the session so that the workers can know the importance of drinking water, and as a result they should also come to know that their energy will be maximized on being hydrated. So this is also one thing. Next is poor lighting. Inadequate lighting is responsible for the number of accidents each year. This is often overlooked when they attempting to prevent the accidents in the warehouse. Poor lighting is basically one of the main cause behind the accidents, because the workers can't have the judgment of how they are working and how they are moving. So as a result of that, this misjudgment, as a result of this misjudgment, the personnel will fail to do the work, and as a result of that, major accident can be caused. Such kind of accident has caused in the industry and the warehouses, where particularly I can say that in case of the crackers factory, where the personnel is not taking the care, and as a result of that, the failure has occurred. So this disaster can take place if there is a poor lighting. So it is necessary to have the proper light. I'm not going to. I don't say that there should be all properly lighted with the electricity, but there should be a ventilation. Okay, according to the IS. Hazardous material. Improper material handling of the hazardous material or not wearing personal protective equipment (PPE) is another common causes of the accident in the workplace. By reading material safety data sheet and providing appropriate protective attire, many workplace incidents can be avoided. So it is necessary to have the personal protective equipment. The worker should wear the PPE, that is the proper personal protective equipment that can protect the workers from the hazardous accidents, and their lives can be saved. And as a result, if the lives of the workers are saved, obviously it will be helpful for the industry in many reasons. And obviously, the priority of lives is the first priority of the any industry. Act of the workplace violence. Sadly, violence among the co-workers has become all too common. It is usually brought about by the office politics or the other sensitive issues. Integrating conflict resolution and peer mediation can help us to reduce the risk of the such outbursts. So basically, there should not be any kind of the politics. There should not be any kind of the internal conflicts or politics between the workers at the industry. It should be proper, there should be proper coordination between the workers, and they should be very much friendly with each other, and they would have the they should have the helpful nature, and by doing so the violence will not take place, and obviously the conflicts will also not take place. And if the conflicts occur, then it is necessary to resolve it, and proper peer mediation is required, and as a result of this the risk of the violence and the outbursts will be reduced. Trips and falls. Slick roads and the high traffic corridors can cause a trip or fall. Improper footwear may also contribute to these accidents, which not only can result in the injuries but also workmen's compensation related cases. Read six guidelines to prevent the workplace slips, trips, and falls for the more. So basically, this this slide mainly says that you should have proper footwear to contribute. There should be proper footer, means proper precaution is required to be taken place, but there is chances of accidents, and as a result of this, the injuries can be reduced, and such kind of cases will also get reduced. Such kind of accident cases can also get reduced. So this was our first session of the industrial safety. We will be continuing with our second section the next lecture. Thanks for attending it. Thank you. Jai Hind.